Lewis Hamilton and Charles Leclerc have been disqualified from the United States Grand Prix for excessive wear on their skid blocks. According to an FIA statement, a physical flaw and a plank wear inspection was carried out on car numbers 16 Leclerc and 44 Hamilton. The skids were found to not be in compliance with Article 3.5.9e of the Formula 1 technical regulations. Rules state that if the plank shows wear of more than 1mm, the driver of that car will be disqualified. The disqualification therefore means that Lando Norris in the McLaren is promoted to second to finish the Grand Prix, and Carlos Sainz moves up to third to claim the final podium spot. It also seems that Logan Sargent is promoted therefore to 10th place, his first points in Formula 1, and the first American driver to score a point since Michael Andretti back in 1993. Speaking to the media after the decision, Wolff admitted, "Setup choices on a sprint weekend are always a challenge, with just 1 hour of free practice, and even more so at a bumpy circuit like the Circuit of the Americas and running a new package. In the end, all of that doesn't matter. Others got it right where we got it wrong, and there's no wiggle room in the rules. We need to take it on the chin, do the learning, and come back stronger next weekend." Meanwhile, Lewis Hamilton insisted on looking at the positives. "It is, of course, disappointing to be disqualified post-race, but that doesn't take away from the progress we've made this weekend," said the 7-time world champion. Elsewhere, Max Verstappen and Red Bull extended their already insurmountable leads in the Drivers' and Constructors' World Championships respectively at the United States Grand Prix. Lewis Hamilton and Charles Leclerc lost out badly after their disqualification from the Grand Prix, with the former's fight for second in the championship suffering now a massive blow with that DQ. The Constructors' Championship also got a little bit of a shake-up, with the season's fastest starters, Aston Martin, dropping down to 5th place in the standings, with that resurgent McLaren squad passing them thanks to Lando Norris's 2nd place finish. Max Verstappen has explained the persistent brake issues that impacted his performance at the United States Grand Prix. Despite the problems, Verstappen clinched his 15th victory of the 2023 season and his 50th career triumph in Austin, Texas. He managed to secure the win over Lewis Hamilton by a closer than normal margin of over 2 seconds. But the Dutch driver encountered a challenging afternoon in Texas, starting from P6 on the grid. He also had the difficult task of overtaking Lando Norris to take the lead, which he eventually managed. Throughout the race, Verstappen regularly voiced his concerns about his car's braking performance over the team radio. This led to some entertaining exchanges with his race engineer, and in his post-race interview, Verstappen provided a detailed account of the brake issues he had experienced. "We changed the brakes after yesterday and it was not good," he told Sky Sports F1. "I had no good feelings under braking and I couldn't really get on top of it for the whole race. So this is something we need to understand. Of course, around here, when you are not very confident under braking, you just don't have the nice feeling under braking when you come off it. It can cost you quite a bit of lap time, and it was a bit more difficult than I expected it to be. I normally never really struggle with braking so far in my F1 career, but it was definitely a bit of a problem." Verstappen also admitted that Lewis Hamilton could have snatched victory had it not been for poor strategy. "For sure, Mercedes could have won today if they did a better strategy after the first stop. The whole weekend they were very quick. Today from our side, with the brake issues, it was hampering my pace, but in general, they were very strong this weekend." Hope then springs eternal for Mercedes fans after an impressive performance in the United States last weekend, but in the end, of course, it's Verstappen and Red Bull coming away with the top spot on the podium. Who was your driver of the weekend? Did you enjoy the sprint action in Austin? Let us know in the comments section below. GPFans.com and GPFans Global for all the latest news in Formula 1. And don't forget to hit subscribe down below here at the YouTube channel.